Good afternoon. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. This is another great episode of PACTNalo ka in the new normal. We're very excited. Again, I'm your host for today. Today is a special day. I'm your host today. I'm Mr. Roche Ruiz, and I'm excited to be hosting this particular event because, of course, not only our guest speaker is a good friend of mine, but we're all very excited to share everything he knows about this particular e-commerce. And I'm very happy because I am joined with one of the up and coming coach, our resident, our registered psychologist, no other than my co-host, Coach Matt Doming. I don't know if Coach Matt Doming, how are you today, Coach?
Good afternoon. Maraming salamat, Sir Roche, for introducing me and for inviting me to be here as your co-host. It's really an honor to be here, Coach Sir Roche, kasi I know this has been for me kasi I think this is also a very mission-packed activity na ginagawa ng Philippine Advocates for Consultants and Trainer, and I'm so happy to be part of this. Thank you very much for inviting me as your co-host.
Yes, thank you very much, Coach Matt. Today is, sabi ko nga, this is a very special day because not only he's a good friend of Philippine Advocates of Consultants for Consultants and Trainers and guest natin, but he will be able to share some of the good news, some of the things he have learned or adapted during this particular pandemic, and really, I'm very much eager to really learn from him also. But Coach Matt, before I let you introduce our special guest today, because Philippine Advocates is live via YouTube, and also we are very much live in our Facebook page. Pwede all over the Philippines, and I want you to greet all of the viewers, all of our friends in Bisaya. No, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. Can you do that for us?
Mayong hapon sa tanan, especially sa mga kabisayan, from Visayas to Mindanao. Daghang salamat sa advocate ni atong sugilanon nga PACTNalo ka. So ngayon naata karon sa episode number 6, and ay mo kabalaka kay daghan gyud mo makatunan karon, especially karon nga very challenging times, not just for businesses sa ating lahat. So I think you are really you are in the right place, and I welcome you all today. Especially kahit lahat Bisaya, mga Tagalog, lahat, we are all welcome, and we are so happy that you are here today.
Okay, so without further ado, take it away, Coach Matt.
Okay, kasi talagang Sir Roche, talagang nung binasa ko itong ating yung profile ng ating guest speaker, talagang for me this is very timely, Kasi again, kasi sa larangan ko as mental health partner, mental health talagang ang dami ngayong mga taong nagkakaroon ng mga mental health concerns, especially yung mga business owners natin, kasi syempre naapektuhan tayo nitong pandemic na ito, grabe talaga. So sabi nga nung isang economic expert na yung economy daw natin ngayon bumabalik daw sa economy ng 1991. Parang 20 years of hard work parang biglang na-erase lang for how many months. Kaya I think, itong pag-uusapan natin ngayon with the help of our guest speaker na talagang napaka-reliable in terms of this kind of concern right now. Talagang marami tayong matututunan kung paano ba natin mas mapapalakas ang ating mga businesses during this new normal. So, ayoko nang paligoy-ligoy pa kasi talagang excited na rin itong ating speaker for today. So, ating speaker for today is our very own Head of Prosperity Committee sa Philippine Advocates of Consultants and Trainers. And he is also the founder of Trading Post e-commerce platform. Ano bang ginagawa ng Trading Post e-commerce platform? They help find solutions for businesses to bounce back. O parang may balik sa pagkakadapa during this pandemic, during this new normal, and give them a way to jumpstart their operations. And he is also known as the customer service guy. Dapat siya yung parang kilalang-kilala ito sa maraming larangan kasi talaga maraming kumpanya ang kanya natulungan in terms of helping them improve their customer service. So, huwag na tayo magpaligoy-ligoy pa. Our customer service guy, Mr. Ekhon Malig. So, palakpakan. Yay! Ayan, si Sir Ekhon.
Hello, good afternoon guys. Nakakapanibago na at this time around ako yung pinakilala. Madalas kasi ako yung nagpapakilala eh. So nakakapanibago. I'm very happy to be joined by you, Coach Matt. Ngayon tayo ulit nagkasama dito sa PACTNalo. But of course, si Master Rochi Ruiz, suki natin yan dito. So madalas go-to guy natin yan when it comes to hosting, when we need help. I'm very happy to be here on a Saturday with you guys. I know even though it's a Saturday, we still are very productive. Again, we have a general members meeting later on. Plus, we have this very short and sweet discussion about a timely topic during this pandemic.
Okay, Coach. Yes, customer service time, Mr. Econ, we're very excited. Just to give our viewers just a brief history of what is PACTNalo. We interview the top executives, we interview company owners, and we also interview those who are in charge of this business and how they're able to catch up with the new normal. And today, sabi ko nga, we will try as best to the best of our ability to make this very casual. That's why we are inviting those who are watching us right now live via YouTube, our YouTube channel po namin. Hanapin niyo lang po yung Philippine Advocates for Consultants and Trainers, and also in Facebook Live. You can join us by asking question, no? So, Coach Matt?
Right, so anong tawag dito? Are we ready to ask questions? Let's get the ball rolling. So, sabi nga ni Master Roche, talaga let's just make this as parang casual as possible. So, parang usapan, ano? So, ayun. So, first question siguro. Eto. Now, Sir Econ, the customer service guy, could you give us a brief background about the trading post e-commerce and how it helps companies now na talagang grabe yung impact sa atin, negative impact. So how does the trading post help companies jumpstart businesses as they're struggling in this new normal?
Okay, first of all, that's a very good question. As we all know, I am initially my focus is on training, just like all the rest who are part of PACT. My focus is on training and consultancy, doing different kinds of behavioral training. But during this pandemic, this is a time where no one expected this, and not only is it unexpected, but it is something that most of the people who are Gen Xers, from Gen Xers, millennials, all the way to the Gen Zs, this is something that we have never experienced in the entirety of our lives. So we are facing an enemy that is basically invincible, no? So hindi natin makita. So when March 15 came about, di ba ito yung start ng ating lockdown, at least for the NCR area. When that came about, people were uncertain. People were feeling a lot of anxiety, and I'm sure, Coach Matt, you know this for a fact because you are focusing on mental health, di ba? Mental wellness, di ba? So when that happened, people were anxious. We didn't know what to expect. So what happened was, for me, at least for the next first week, but I was riding it out. I was just simply seeing it. I was just simply seeing everything and experiencing everything as it unfolds. Then it made me realize that right before the lockdown, yung negosyo natin medyo naapekto ng gusto. Hindi lang, I think medyo, especially because of training, there is no reason for us to be able to go on webinars and online training because our clients would want us to go to their offices, or they'll provide us a training venue, and we normally go and train there. So just imagine, my training for March was all canceled, di ba? So simula nung nangyari yun na nag-announce na magla-lockdown, all training were canceled. Imagine, trainings for the whole month of March, that was at least 6 days of training. So na-cancel siya. So it made me realize, how are we going to move forward and continue with what we do? So temporarily, it appears na on hold mo na yung training. Di ba? Lahat ng budget ng company na siphon papunta sa how to take care of employees, what are the things that they need to invest on in order for their employees to be safe going back and forth to the workplace. So, sabi ko, we need to be able to do something as training practitioners to eventually help out our customers. And since I have a lot of customers in the hotel and restaurant industry, it made me think that what is something that I could possibly give them so that I can help them pivot in this situation, in this pandemic, no? So I was thinking, one of the things that I can help them with is probably to be able to continue their customer service with regard to their training, with regard to their customers and their employees. So how are they going to be able to do that? Since a lot, the norm or the new norm, as most people would call it, that is online ordering already. A lot of people will not go to your venue and order in your restaurants, if you're a retail store, even if you're a drugstore. No, so people are scared to go out because, of course, we don't want to get infected with the COVID-19. So how do we avoid that? So what we do is there are new businesses that came out as well, the family service, the riders who have been displaced by all the different riding companies. What they did now is that they offered services for the customers so that let us buy the things for you. Let us buy the things on your behalf. Like we can go to the grocery, you give us a list, we'll buy everything for you and we'll deliver to your doorstep. So I was thinking that is something that I can do, but again, I would be exposing myself to the virus if I go out. So what I thought of was, why don't I help these customers, these businesses, go online? Okay. Now, a lot of people will say that we're already online. We already have Facebook page and all of these things. It doesn't necessarily mean that when they have the Facebook page, they're already online, right?
Sir Econ, yeah. Sir
Yes.
Econ, if I may cut you off, yeah, that's it. We are now going into your business, but yeah, is it something? Is the trading post? Is that something you have it in your heart? Is it something that you already know even before this pandemic doing? So something like, what is all about this trading post? What is trading post? What is the main business of trading post? So of course we know that this is you help a lot of businesses to create their e-commerce platform. So I'm now very interested to get to know what are the services of your trading post. Yeah, Sir Econ.
Well, trading post, first of all, I got into trading post. If you check Facebook, it has very recently than when I opened trading post. Okay. It just started during the pandemic, and I was able to pivot. Aside from training, I was able to acquire a skill that is very timely, which is going to the e-commerce platform. And then after that, I have been certified and accredited to be, first of all, just to be able to share with the viewers, I am not the one who invented the e-commerce platform that I'm using. It's just that there is a main company that accredits resellers, and resellers are the one who would configure in their Facebook pages the online platform, or what we call the shopping cart. So I started trading post initially. It was to start not just simply. I'm sure you see a lot of trading pages on Facebook right now. It wasn't originally. It did not start out that way. The use of the name trading post is from businesses back in the day, di ba? Panahon pa ng mga cowboy, may mga trading post na is that the trading post is like a general wholesaler store. So meaning to say, if you have a business, whether it's hotel, restaurant, the pharmaceutical companies or businesses, industries, and also retail shops, anyone and everyone is welcome to be part of trading post. what I do is I create a venue where I integrate a shopping platform inside their Facebook messengers. And this is what is known as the online ordering system or the mini app. So it's like having an application, mobile app inside your Facebook.
Okay.
So this is a cheaper alternative compared to the regular app.
So paano yun? Using Facebook Messenger, pwede nang bumili or magkaroon ng transactions yung customer, parang ganon?
Yes, that's exactly the how it is, Matt. The only difference is that, like for example, ikaw, let's say, gamitin na lang natin example si Roche kasi kliyente ko yun si Roche. So, halimbawa si Roche are selling stuff for the dental practitioners, di ba? He could normally just be selling it, meaning he has his own Facebook page. He would post it, the items that he's selling. And what happens is that people message him and ask him how much are these machines or equipment or gadget for the dental industry. Now, what I do is because I put a shopping cart inside their Facebook Messenger, they do not have to engage you anymore. Okay? Number one, they do not have to engage you anymore. But if they want to engage you, the messenger feature does not disappear. It's still there. Okay? The messenger feature. But what happens is that when a customer goes online, what they will need to see right away is they click on the send message button. They will see a get started button. And when you click on the get started button, it will lead you to a shopping cart. Parang sa Lazada, sa Shopee, di ba? Biglang ganun ang mangyayaring lalabas. So ngayon, para ka ng Lazada, so to speak, para ka ng Shopee, but you're only selling your products. So people look through the application, they scroll down, and they see all the different products you have there. Not only is it the product, you can put the specification of the product, the price of the product, and let's say quantity, if you buy quantity, di ba? Nandun lahat yun. So, it makes ordering easy because people don't need to message you. Eh di ba sa Messenger, nakalagay doon yung mga mabibili sumagot, nakalagay, typically replies within a few minutes. Di ba may ganun, Coach Matt?
Yes.
Meron din naman nagsasalita na typically replies after 1 day or 1 hour. May mga ganun, di ba? Ito ang mangyayari. Instant, makikita na pag nag-message or nag-order doon, kita kagad ng mga tao mo sa negosyo mo. Or ikaw mismo makikita mo kasi as the owner, not only does the people manning your store will have access to it, but you will have access to it using your phone or your laptop. Kasi as an business owner, when somebody orders using the mini app, you get a message on Facebook Messenger and you get a message on email. Parang walang lusot yung umorder. Walang kawala.
Sir Econ, so this is something that have given you another opportunity to really pivot during the pandemic time because as you said a while ago, you've been known to deliver motivational talk. You've been known to deliver customer service lecture seminars. And of course, all of us are being affected with this pandemic, but we just have to adapt to the new normal. So this is something that pivot your income generation scheme in your life, something like that, Coach Econ.
Yes, that is exactly what it is. Because if I was to tell you the situation, being a trainer in this pandemic, gutom during the pandemic, di ba? Because if you do not have face-to-face classes, which is we are all not allowed to be able to run physical classes, and at that time, most of our clients are not prepared to do a webinar kasi yung iba, there are so many people still saying at this point in time, even until now, di ba? Kaya nga maraming not agreed pa rin or not sold totally sa online classes ng mga schools kasi sinasabi ng mga ibang tao, it is not as effective. So yung mga parents, di ba, gano'n na sinasabi na. papahingayin ko na lang muna yung anak ko ng 1 year kasi yung online classes hindi effective yan. If you think about it, this pandemic is far from over. We don't know when exactly this will end. So if we decide by the time that the vaccine comes out, that can be indefinite. It can be the year 2021, it can be the year 2022, it can be the year 2023. And I don't want to sound like a devil's advocate here, but really, we are not certain as to how soon, yung parang guarantee, so to speak, na matatapos na tong virus na to and we can all go back to doing what we used to do. So, the next best option for businesses is to be able to go into the digital platform. Sabi nga ng iba, bago nangyari itong pandemic, sooner or later, they were bound to do this, to go into the digital platform. But because of this pandemic, the pandemic became the catalyst. The COVID-19 became the catalyst in order for us to speed things up into going into digital. That's why nakaka-disappoint when I talk to some potential clients and customers and they always say na at this point, hindi pa kami ready, hindi pa kami, wala pa kami budget na naka-prepare for that. Kung hindi ka pa ready now, you will never be ready. Kasi di ba being ready is a matter, it's a state of mind. I don't know if you will agree with me, Coach Matt and Master Roche, but do you agree? Di ba sabi nga nila, are you ready to do this? Eh, sabi ng iba naman, di ba, you don't want to sound too cocky and say, I was born ready. Di ba? Katulad nga sabi nila, di ba? Di ba masyadong cocky pakinggan yun? Yung mga ibang tao sasabihin, kailan ka magpapakasal? Sasabihin nung magsyota, pag meron na kaming pera, marami na kaming pera. Bakit? Paano mo yung pera? Para makabili kami ng house, makaimbita kami ng maraming tao, may house and lot.
Correct.
Eh di ba, that's the reason why you do these things is you can work together to make the dream a reality. So if you really ask a couple when are they going to be ready, it's just a matter of state of mind. They just have to decide. I can be ready now if I want to, or I can say I'm not ready now. So yun yung nakaka-disappoint minsan sa mga businessman na nakakausap ko is they say they're not ready. They don't have the budget. Pag hindi ka pa nag-ready ngayon at hindi ka pa nag-set aside ng budget, there's a possibility that by the time the vaccine comes out, a vaccine is now, invented, they may have closed their businesses already. And we're seeing that left and right. Di ba nakikita niyo sa Facebook, ang daming negosyo na nagpapaalam na di ba, di ba online, nag-a-advise sila, sinasabi nila na it is with sad note that we are now, after 15 years of operation, we are now about to close. Nakakahinayang. Sabi nila sa negosyo, di ba, in order you make money, but you have to spend money as well. So this is what you call parang preventive measures. Parang ito yung vitamin C ng mga negosyo. Para medyo magkaroon ka ng fighting chance, dapat talaga, you have to go digital already.
Correct. So that's a very good piece of advice from Coach Econ, so the customer service guy. I've been also trying to give this notation that mindset is everything. So mindset is an essential key to success. And also he's perfectly right when he says if you put your money that makes money, it will make more money. So something like that. So when is the best time? The best time is probably yesterday, but today is still the best time, right, Coach Matt?
That's right. I agree. Agree din ako dyan. Di ba? Parang pag sinabi, when do you need this? Sabi ng boss mo, may pinapa-photocopy. Di ba? When do you need this? Yesterday. I agree totally, Master Roche. You should have been ready yesterday.
And yung sabi mo kanina sa Econ, parang going digital is a vitamin C, no, for companies to have a fighting chance for this challenging times. Kasi hindi lang virus kalaban natin. Pero I think, more than that, parang life support kasi this is the only option for some, di ba? Kasi for me, for example, ako, I'm a psychologist, so I'm used to face-to-face counseling. But now, hindi na namin pwedeng gawin yun, di ba? So what I did is, talaga mapipilitan tayo online counseling. But nevertheless, siguro parang kung gagawa natin ng paraan, we can always provide the same quality service online just as what we did before na hindi online. I think mm,
Sir Econ, I think this is a perfect. I'm going to ask you this question before we take a break and show that Philippine Advocates for Consultant Training is really who we are and what we do. So you're saying that the digital platform, the one that you are using, or the business that you have right now, can be used by anybody. Just like our coach Matt, the resident psychologist, he has several services. Then we can make a platform for him, right, Coach Econ?
Yes. Yes. Technically, when you go digital, businesses like the business of Coach Matt, it can also go digital, meaning scheduling, booking yung sa kanya, di ba? Booking of your services. So that means, para at least alam ng clients mo or anybody who would like to consult with you, on a Monday to Friday, if that is your schedule, that anong day ka medyo wala masyadong customer at anong oras, di ba? Pwede natin gawa ng ganun yun eh. So, yun yung, that's the best thing that the digital platform can do for practitioners just like Coach Matt, because si Coach Matt is service yung kanya, mental health wellness. So, yun yung mangyayari. Tapos, syempre, when they go online and consult with the customer, one-on-one naman yun, di ba? So, hindi yun share sa ibang tao. Yung mga retail industries, like for example, di ba, ang dami nagbebenta ng nag-go on Facebook Live, di ba nakikita niyo yun na binibenta nila yung mga damit, sinusukat pa nila, di ba? So, personally, it's a kanya-kanya tayong preference dyan eh, di ba? Kasi ako naman, pag bumibili ng damit, as much as possible, ayaw kong sinukat na ng ibang tao, di ba? Pero, alam mo, sometimes it works kasi kung nakikita ng mga ibang tao na, uy, yung nagsusukat ng damit, medyo parang kasing katawan ko, di ba? So, pag sinuot niya, makikita mo na, uy, okay pala yung fit sa akin. So, di ba ganun? So, yun talaga. So, a lot of the customers that I was able to help are mostly in the food and retail industry kasi even though sila yung isa sa mga hard hit sa negosyo in different industries now, because of this pandemic, kung tatanungin mo ano din yung mga negosyo na who was thriving during this pandemic, number one is pharmaceutical. Kahit papano na nahirapan yan sila, kung ang binibenta mong products ay gamot sa COVID or antibodies against COVID or vitamin C and all of these things, then you would make a lot of money because people would hoard vitamin C, di ba? Iba-ibang vitamin C. Kahit nga generic, biglang pinagbibili talaga ng tao. And at the height of the pandemic, yung kaka-lockdown lang natin, di ba kahit saan kayong drugstore magpunta, wala kang mabiling vitamin C kasi yung mga taong namili ng pang isang taon na supply.
Naubos na. Anyway,
naubos.
We're continuously learning from what you are discussing, Sir Econ, no? But later on, after the break, we're going to see probably if okay with you, we try to get some of the clients so that we can see the flow maybe, and of course we're gonna get back to all of you guys, those who are watching right now. Please don't hesitate to ask questions. Don't hesitate to share this particular Facebook Live. Again, we are live at YouTube. We are live in Facebook group, and of course Facebook page. We also would want to hear from you so you can ask questions, and Coach Matt will be able to read all of those later. So with that, we're going to have a break, and we'll be right back in a few minutes. Okay? So stand by there, and see you later.
Have you always wanted to be in an organization in which organizing seminars like this is not an output, but an input to better or deeper things? Right? One of the benefits of PACT, all right? Because we're going to give you prosperity opportunities.
Yan.
Alright. Grabe power yung ating video. So sa mga nanonood ngayon, if you are not yet a member of Philippine Advocates for Consultants and Trainers, you are always welcome to be part of us because
Yes.
because PACT is a family. We are a family of speakers and trainers and consultants that we help one another, not just to grow, but also to serve our society and our country, of course, especially during this time. No? So kailangan natin ng isa't isa magtulungan. And you're all welcome to join PACT. Just message us in our Facebook page and that it will accommodate you. So yun.
Yes.
VP Jose.
Correct. Thank you very much, Coach Matt. And of course, we're back with our guest speaker, our special guest today. And kanina, nasabi ko po na we will be trying to squeeze probably some of his clients or some of his staff on how he was able to get all of these clients, and probably he'll show us samples of kung paano nag-work yung kanyang sales funnel ba ang tawag yun, yung e-trading post. So we're very excited. Sir Econ, can you give us some tips or some of the pictures probably or the process on how you're able to get all of these clients in?
Well, the process of how I get these clients is what happens is that there are certain organizations that I try to be part of, like Let's Eat Pare, diba? Yung What's Your Ulam Pare, all these bounce back. So what I do is whenever I see small businesses, MSMEs, diba, who are posting there, usually on the retail and in the food industry, what I do is, if I know them personally, siyempre nag-umpisa ako, I first started with the people that I know in my roster, di ba, of friends. I look for the people who I personally know who have businesses in the food industry or are part of the food industry, and I shared with them the idea of what we call the mini app. So the mini app is basically, it's like an application, a mobile application inside your Facebook page or the Facebook Messenger. Ang nangyayari kasi dyan, nagkaroon ka na ng shopping cart sa loob, and not a lot of people know that this can help you have your a little bit of a structure as far as your ordering is concerned, because not a lot of people think that having an app inside your Facebook is something that is lucrative, something that would make them have more customers, all of these things. No? Kasi inisip kagad nila, expense yan. Eh di ba alam naman natin sa pagtatayo ng negosyo, dalawang bagay ang gastos. Merong tinatawag tayo na investment, meron tayong tinatawag na expense. Yung investment, is something that will bring you money. Tama?
Mm.
Ang expense is fixed expense to. Like for example, yung kuryente mo, utilities mo, part siya ng OPEX. It does not necessarily mean that it's going to give you an ROI or return of investment. But it's something that you need to pay as part of you operating in the business. Iniisip ng mga tao ganun. Um, I suggest that the listeners or the viewers of our webinar today is that if they have questions, they can PM me directly. My name is on the screen naman. They can PM me directly so that because even if I give you a set price now, I always give different prices to the different clients that I have because upon talking to them, sometimes kung I sense na kailangan ng negosyo niya pero medyo nahirapan talaga siya, naapektuhan siya ng pandemic, I adjust my prices. Now, kung multinational corporation yan, kaya naman niyang magbayad kasi because the expenses are not that, or the investment is not that big. Para ka lang nag-dinner ng medyo mahal-mahal sa BGC. Kumbaga, nag-dinner ka with your family. Parang ganun lang, di ba, Master Roche? Parang ka lang nag-dinner on a weekend na medyo mahal na restaurant sa BGC. Ganun lang yung investment.
Sir Econ, I'd like to add up to that now. So, of course, some people will probably put an eyebrow a little bit higher.
Yeah, raise an eyebrow, yes.
So, ako kasi when I talk about expense, I always treat that as an investment. So even the rental, so I treat that as an investment. So I don't feel guilty spending that because as I said kanina, the one that makes money makes more money. So basically, this particular platform of Sir Econ, the one that he's teaching us, the one that he's talking about, trading post, you can always message him. It's an investment that will give you more money, and if you get more money, then makes more money. So this is not an expense at all, something like that, Sir Econ.
Yes, that's right. For example, yun na nga, so let's say in trading post, so doon sila mag-i-inquire or they'll inquire under my name. I can also, if I may be, siguro pwede si Master Roche, pwede mong puntahan yung page ng trading post, tapos pwede nyo i-share at least yung front screen lang nung Facebook page later on, you can show that. So that people can message me there. Some people don't, ikaw nga nakakatuwa kasi ang iniisip mo, di ba, kahit na expense yan, it is still an investment because it will somehow, for example, the lights, the water, di ba, all of these things are needed to run your business properly. So, iniisip mo siya as an investment. Pero kasi mataming tao na hindi ganun nga mag-isip. Katulad ng sinasabi ko sa iyo, yung mga traditional businessman, no? So, sabihin nila, 20 years na akong nagpapatakbo ng negosyo na ganito, ngayon ko pa babaguhin. Ang sagot doon, ito yung perfect time na baguhin mo ng konti. Kasi hindi naman natin sinasabing baguhin mo lahat eh. Yung products mo, hindi mo naman babaguhin. Ilalagay mo lang sa mas pagandang lalagyan. Bakit? Instead na yung taong pupunta sa'yo para bilhin yung product, ang gagawin mo is, yung product mo, papadala mo sa kanya. Paano mo padadala sa kanya? Is using this mini app, the online ordering system, or what we call the shopping cart that I will add inside your Facebook page messenger, di ba? So yun lang naman yun eh.
So at the same time, it makes everything more automated, di ba? Saves time.
Yes, everything is going to be automated. And aside from the app that comes, aside from the app, the mini app that is going to be integrated in your Facebook page, it also comes with a dashboard. Meaning, dashboard is like, di ba, para mong control, that page yun, di ba? Everything is in the dashboard. You can control your inventory. Okay? So, pwede mo yun ilan ang products mo. So, when a customer scrolls in your in your mini app, hindi niya pwedeng orderin yung bagay na wala kang stock because once they click on the picture, and they see, it will say out of stock. Kasi di ba minsan yung nagsha-shopping ka, hindi naman sinasabi nung feature ng kanilang e-commerce platform na wala na palang stock nun. So pagbili mo, tapos message ka pa nila separately after a day or two, sasabihin wala na silang stock. It's like you going to a restaurant, craving for your favorite food, And I'm sure you've experienced all of this. Pagdating mo doon, sasabihin, ay naku, naubusan na ho kami. Di ba dapat, yeah, immediately you should see a sign on the menu right away that this is out of stock. Or meron sila, di ba, normally meron parang blackboard na standee, tapos nakalagay, di ba, yung specials for the day, may mga ganun. Sa kitchen kasi, sa loob, pag ikaw ay part ng kitchen, may nakalagay doon ano yung mga bagay na wala na sila. So pwede mong ilagay doon, di ba, we ran out of fish and chips, di ba? Para at least, papasok ng tao, alam na niya yung expectation, hindi siya madi-disappoint. So, sa app na to, it will also tell you that. Tapos, it will give you the capability to do an email marketing campaign. Hindi mo na kailangan mag-email. What happens is that everyone that goes into your mini app that checks your food, everyone who orders become part of a list in your mini app. So that means you can broadcast messages to your regular customers. You can broadcast messages to your corporate customers. You can broadcast messages to your relatives. So pwede mo i-classify yung iba-ibang customer. And when you classify them and send a message specifically for them, let's say, for example, yung regular customers mo, gusto mong, okay, 50 pesos off on your next purchase or 100 pesos off if you buy tomorrow. Lahat yun magagawa kasi may database ka ng iyong customer. That's part of the app. So, pati yun ako control mo.
Ang galing ng app na ito. Parang nakatipid ka na sa sweldo ng secretary, ano? Kasi meron ka ng technological secretary. Everything is accounted, everything is automated. Sabi.
Yes, ang kailangan mo lang, kunyari, restaurant yan, di ba? Ayaw mo mag-operate ng restaurant mo. So, kasi hindi ganun kalaki yung space mo, di ba? Yung social distancing, hirap ka. So, ang gagawin mo is i-operate mo yung kitchen mo. Bukas ang kitchen mo, bukas yung cashier mo. So yung cashier mo, nakikita niya sa computer yung mga orders ng pagkain, luto ng luto yung kitchen, tapos two to three ways customers, how can they get your products? They can either be part of Food Panda and all the other delivery apps, di ba? Or you could have your own rider. And for some businesses who are near villages, they would rather drive to get your products. Diba sasabihin nila, I just live nearby, dadaan na lang kami, pick up lang, para at least hindi pa rin sila na expose. So what they'll do is when they're outside, sasabihin nila, ako si ano, o bibigay ka agad yung product, bayaran, pwedeng COD, pwedeng credit card, GCash, bank transfer, alam mo naman ngayon. If you really want to, diba, if you really want to add up to what we call helping everyone in this time of the pandemic, what you need to do is, as much as possible, stay home. And how do you do that? Is by ordering everything online. Ang automatic nga kagad, iniisip na iba, nasa Facebook na ako, online na ako. Yes, you're seen online, but your ordering system is not necessarily online. And if they choose to be part of these delivery services, some of these delivery services get as high as 25% dun sa transaction. Tama? Di ba? Pag umorder ka ng isang company na ang logo yung matabang oso na may ganyan, di ba? Ayoko na sabihin yung company. So, o kaya yung sinasabi nilang gano'n, di ba? Yung mabilis sa English, di ba? Hinablot mo sa English, alam mo na. So, 25%. So kung bumili ka ng worth 1,000, they get 25% of that. Yung sa app that we do, the mini app, walang share kaming kinukuha. The customer just needs to pay 10 pesos as what we call a convenience fee. Sabi niya, convenience fee, ano lang yan parang service charge yan. It's not a service charge. It goes to the one who is hosting the app. Parang di ba pag nagpagawa ka ng website mo, nagbabayad ka monthly or yearly dun sa gumawa ng app mo. So ito ganun lang, 10% o 10 pesos, sorry, not 10%, okay? 10 pesos for every transaction, pwedeng 100 pesos lang yung bill mo or 1,000 or 10,000, pero 10 pesos pa rin ang kukunin.
I think Coach Matt, ang kagandahan dito, Coach Matt, is whether you are selling a high price item, whether you're selling a low price item, you're still going to be charged 10 pesos as
Yeah.
Coach
Same.
Eco says, per transaction. So this is a great platform, a great avenue for other small businesses or even big businesses. So as you can see, nakita niyo na po siguro yung trading post Facebook page ni Coach Econ. And of course, we still have probably 10 more minutes. So I'm encouraging each and everyone, those who are watching right now, to ask questions, to throw in some questions, and Coach Matt will be happy to read all of those questions to you. But before that, I'd like to give a shout out, now with the permission of my co-host and our guest speaker, to all the Philippine consultants, no, advocates for consultant trainers. Miss Jamie, thank you for very much for watching. Miss Emma Concepcion, thank you very much. Of course, our partnership head, Sir Nex Lederos, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Of course, you know, the full support of our President, Mentor Myron Santa, who always there at the back of this webinars. He's always there to support us. So, Coach Matt, Sir Ekon, do you have questions for our guest speaker?
Okay, so Sir Ekon, just to wrap up our discussion now, while waiting for our audience to ask their questions, talagang, I think, me very personally, talagang this is a very relevant app na lahat ng, almost lahat ng mga businesses today, kailangan nilang ma-maximize, magamit nila itong app na to, not just to make everything online, but also to automate things. Can save us a lot of time, effort, and of course, money. So, gagastos man tayo, of course, pa-part talaga yun ng investment, but malaki din ang ating ROI. So, to wrap everything up, any last words, Sir Ekon?
Well, ang gusto ko kasi ma-impart sa mga
Huwag mo na last word,
viewers.
Coach Matt,
Oo.
huwag last word. Message.
Oo nga eh. Gusto ta
Okay, Coach Matt. Sir Ekon, go ahead.
Ako naman, ang gusto ko lang maalala ng mga business owners, entrepreneurs, is that it is not going to cost them a leg and an arm. Para ka lang nag-dinner ng medyo mahal ng konti sa BGC. Ganun lang yung cost ng mini app. When in fact, when you actually have your own team and you hire someone to develop a mobile app for you, mahinang-mahina ang 100,000 pesos to be able to create your own mobile app. Diba? Why would you hire somebody and spend that much money when you can already have something that is within reach, very affordable, plus the after support that will be given to you, may kasama pang social media managing, is already just basically like a relatively average dinner in BGC for a family of four. So medyo mahal ng konti yun, di ba? Pero depende kasi kung saan kayo nag-dinner. Baka kung sa Jollibee lang kayo nag-dinner, hindi nga nalalayo doon yung ating cost. So I would suggest, rather than later, make it sooner. And the time is now. Going on digital platform in the e-commerce business, do not waste time anymore, because I have seen so many businesses that have closed down temporarily and eventually closed down for good because of traditional way of running the business. Parang ito alam ito ni Master Roche. Would you go for traditional marketing or the digital marketing?
Yeah.
Diba? Mas malaki ang gastos sa traditional marketing at nagdasal ka, suntok sa buwan na sana tamaan yung target na gusto mong tamaan. Pero yung digital marketing, very niche, targeted. Yung gusto mong makakita, yun ang makakakita. So if you are on the e-commerce platform, gusto mo makakita lahat because lahat ng nasa tinatawag natin, di ba, the super highway of internet. Everyone will be able to see. As long as someone is on the internet, they will see and they will know that you have a better alternative in ordering their products. Instead of going the normal route, they can go and order online safely, no hassle, worry-free, and for the price of what? Additional 10 pesos convenience fee lang, hindi 25%, just like all the other delivery services. Meron ba tayo mga potential questions dyan?
Yeah,
Kailan natin.
I think it is very clear to all viewers. So we have several questions, but I think we have answered all of those, and that's why I would want you to just for your final promotion for the trading post, Sir Econ, you can promote the trading post. Where can they reach you if they are interested to get your services and probably get to this particular app, the mini app? How would they be able to get through you or get connected with you? Do you have contacts or the Facebook
Right.
page ba mag-PM? Go ahead, Sir Econ.
Yes, they can send a PM for Trading Post when they search it. Trading Post, it's an online marketplace. Or send an email at yourtradingpost.ph@gmail. Would that be possible na mailagay natin yun sa screen yung ating email address? Type ko ngayon. So tradingpost.ph@gmail.com, so at least people can see it. Or if they're already friends with me, Econ Malik, they can look me up and message me through Messenger, Econ Malik, or they can also type in customer service guy on Facebook and they'll be able to see me. And then we could discuss how I can help them go and introduce their business into the digital platform. So yun, pinakita niyo pala yun that is basically the landing page of my business. It's called Trading Post, yes.
Coach Matt?
Right, so I think this is a really very relevant topic for us today. Everyone, again, this is not an option, I think, based on Sir Econ's very meaningful sharing. I think this is going online, going digital nowadays. Almost lahat ng businesses, this is not just an option, but this is the only option. So I think with the app na pinakita ni Sir Econ, the trading app post, the trading post, then talagang we can automate, and sa konting gastos lang, biruin natin yan, 10 pesos convenience fee, no? Compared sa subscription fee ng ibang apps na talagang, ay nako, maubos yung ating fund. But this one, a very wise investment for this time. I really think it is very wise for all of us to go digital and take to consideration the mini app that was just presented by Sir Econ. All right, so VP Roche.
Thank you very much, Coach Matt. So maraming salamat po sa pagpapanood ng Facebook page namin, pagsubaybay po sa aming YouTube channel. We do appreciate your presence. And to our guest speaker, maraming salamat sa iyo, Sir Econ. I hope you'll be able to get a lot of inquiries from Trading Post because this is really something that we need every day. We need probably for the rest of our business while the business is still existing. So again, this is PACTNalo, creating an impactful delivery in terms of our webinar services. We really would like to thank you, and of course, I would like each and everyone, invite ko po kayo every Saturday. We are giving webinars like this so that there are a lot of information with some of our guest top executive managers or owners of this corporation. So again, with that, we're going to show you, before we end up this particular seminar or webinar, we would like to show you something that we encourage you to join us. So again, thank you very much at maraming salamat po sa inyo. Magandang hapon po sa inyo. See you around. Bye-bye.
Hey, thank you.
Hot air balloon that could go to space.
HR consultant dito sa Pilipinas and you would like to leave an impact, join PACT and imagine your impact!